Three, two, one. Okay, it's been a while since I've actually recorded anything. I decided to voice my opinion about what's going on in our nation. When Bush was in office and when Reagan was in office, I wasn't paying as much in taxes as I am now. Highest amount I paid on everything, including insurance, was about 18%. Presently, just for taxes alone, and I don't own a home, I work full time, and I've noticed that now I'm paying 30.5% just in taxes alone. That's not including my insurance, which that's a large increase in that too. So I don't understand why people had voted for what we have as president right now, because him and Obama and the rest of the Democrats have destroyed our country, and people don't realize that, and they want to push now for amnesty again. This will be the third time, because the first time was back with Reagan, which I understand, and then again with Bush, and now there's going to be a third time with Obama trying to pass the amnesty bill, which is going to increase everything even more so. You got more people in this country illegally not paying taxes, getting free health care and other accommodations. The two terrorist bombers from Boston actually were collecting over $100,000 in state funding, and you don't hear about that. Driving around in the BMW or Mercedes, which I can't even afford. I don't even make half that amount, and I work. So, and now they passed this law that allowed over-the-counter morning after pills for children, 15. They actually wanted no age limit. I think people need to wise up and grow up and realize that you're destroying our nation by, wanting everything handed to you on a silver platter by the government. And if this doesn't stop, we are going to be a third world nation, and people don't realize that. And you got a lot of more illegals coming in this country with anchor babies, and you have people getting jobs they don't deserve. You have illegals taking jobs away from us. They're not paying tax again. We're paying more in taxes. And in addition to that, you have people that are being pushed through the education system, and that's a joke too. I went through and I got my 4-year degree, but now I have people that I'm competing with who can't even read or write, but yet they get a job because of their sex, their creed, or their race, or their skin color. I'm kind of repeating myself, and I think that's kind of ridiculous too. And they can't read or write, but yet they got a well-paying job, and the maturity level is what proves that they shouldn't have the positions they have. And this is happening everywhere, not where I work, but everywhere. And I think people, again, need to wise up and, realize that we need to do something about this, especially when you had, right before this last election, with Obama getting reelected, that 48% of the nation is not paying any tax at all, any types of taxes, and yet I'm paying more. I'm paying 12% more than I did before. So I don't know what people are thinking, but they're obviously not thinking with their brains. And you have these sex scandals constantly in schools, but yet they're going after priests. I think that's not our issue. I think it's the school system itself that you need to focus on, not the religious aspect, taking religion out of schools, and also focus on priests. I don't think that's our large issue. And that's another thing. I read an article where if you're a man, you don't get away with the same amount as a woman will having sex with a minor. I don't think it's appropriate on either aspect, man or woman, but when you do the same sexual offense with a child and you're a woman, you get away with no jail time, no serious penalties, no types of charges are very minimal, and you're a man and you get to spend a couple years in jail for the same exact offense. I think that's a problem. I think people need to realize that too. Again, I think people just need to kind of grow up. I doubt it's going to happen, and if this next, and by 2014, if the rest of the House becomes Democrat, we're really not going to have a nation. I do expect our our taxes to go up even higher, expect to be paying more out for, you know, people who don't want to work, basically, who are basically sponging off the government with food stamps and Medicare, and they're going to pay too. So that's a rate because their insurance is they're going to get taxed or fined for not having insurance. So they don't realize that now, and they're going to bitch and complain, and they're going to start charging people taxes for, on their insurance if they're overweight or if they smoke, and they don't realize that. That's another thing coming down the pipeline by 2014. So folks, just need to wise up and kind of see what's going on around you, and don't focus on petty things. Focus on the real issues. Stop avoiding what's really going on in our country. Alrighty, that's all I have to say.